What's up, everybody? It's your boy Damian Taylor, aka DT. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is The Lens. Look, thank you guys for showing up. Man, y'all showed up and showed out on the premiere of this series entitled Divorce Through Email. Man, y'all showed up. So I thank you for your support. I really appreciate y'all. Let's continue to get the word out. Let's save marriages this year. Let's save marriages. My goal is to mend every marriage that I can through my message, through my advice, through my experience. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it. So with that being said, like, comment, but most of all, subscribe. If you are a repeat offender, that means if you've been here before, but you ain't hit that like or that subscribe button, go ahead and subscribe right now. If you like the content, help your boy out. Let's get the word out, all right? Kudos to y'all, man. Kudos to y'all. I appreciate y'all. So, I want to continue this series, Divorce Through Email, and I want to talk about depression. So that night after I got the email and I was riding home and I didn't know what to expect. And when I got home and I saw that my wife wasn't there, my daughter wasn't there as well, that was the most alone I've ever felt in my life. And at that very moment, that's when depression really settled in. And I felt crushed. I felt damaged. I felt worthless. I felt defeated. I felt like life was over. I felt like everything that I worked for was gone. Like all this time that I've put into this relationship, this marriage, uprooting my life, moving to a different city, like so many sacrifices. I'm like, man, all of this to get to this point where my wife is gone. She's taken my daughter, and we are at a place where we can't figure this thing out. I was depressed, y'all. And then a couple of weeks later, she came and got everything. I'm talking about everything. Like down to the silverware. Like the only thing I was left with was a blow-up bed, a dryer, and like this outdoor patio set that I had bought to go on the porch. And I had actually brung that in the house because I had nothing to sit on. And when my daughter came over, I needed something for her to lay on. Like, when we was in the living room, we wanted to watch a movie or something like that. Like, I had to clean off the patio set and so I could have something for her to lay on, But depression hit me so hard. It hit me so hard, and I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to eat. I couldn't sleep. Like, it was so many things going through my mind at that point. I became somebody that I wasn't. I wasn't myself. When I went to work, I was crying. I was breaking down. I was breaking down on my way to work. Like, sometimes I had to call out of work because I could not get myself together, because that's how damaged and hurt that I was. Like, that's how broken I was. That's how crushed I was. Like, I felt like my spirit was crushed. You know what I'm saying? And that was probably the hardest part of the whole divorce process, that initial shock. Like, you get home and you cannot believe this is happening to you. You can't believe that your wife and your kid is gone and that you'll never get the opportunity to come home to them again. You and they'll never get, your daughter will never wake up to both of her parents again. That hit me really, really hard. And I had to really do a lot of work, y'all. A lot of work to get myself back to a functioning human being in society. To the point where I could communicate with people again, where I could trust people again, where I could, just be normal, just be Damien. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to share a few things that helped me just get through this journey, get through depression, to overcome depression. It's not easy. It's going to take some time. It's going to take a lot of tears, a lot of reflecting, and just a lot of work in general to get yourself back to you, back to that happy place. But just know there is happiness. There is life on the other side of divorce. There is life on the other side of depression. Like, you belong. You belong on this earth. You have a purpose. You're valuable. And don't let no situation, don't let nobody, don't let the enemy steal your mind. Because to me, that's the biggest part of depression, the battle in your mind. Like, battling whether or not you want to continue to fight. You know what I'm saying? To fight at life, to fight, for your relationship, your kid, fight to just exist. And I want to let you know that it is worth the fight. It might hurt. It might take some time. And at times it might feel like you're not making any progress. You're not getting anywhere. But it is worth the fight. So here's a few things that helped me get through my divorce and my depression. The first thing is crying. You need to cry. You need to cry. Cry till you can't no more. Cry until you are trying to cry. You can't cry. Because it's good for your mental. It's a release. You need to release. You need to let go of some things. You need to let your emotions flow. And sometimes the only way you can do that is through crying. Sometimes I would just get in the shower and just turn on the hot water and just cry. Just cry. Just let it all out. And it would make me feel better. It would make me feel, because sometimes when you're depressed, your natural instinct is to just hold a lot of things in. And a lot of times you bottle up so many emotions, and when you don't let those things out, those emotions out, you can explode. So one way for me to let those emotions out was to just cry. Another way for me to let my emotions out was music. Like, I'm not only, I don't only love music, but I'm an artist. So writing music was therapy to me. It was release to me. It might be something else for you. It might be painting. It might be poetry. It might be, riding a motorcycle or anything. Like, whatever you can do to release your emotions in a healthy way, do that. But I feel like everybody need to cry. Everybody need to cry. The second thing was friends. Like, I had some amazing friends. I had friends that came over and got me out of the house. We would go out and maybe hit a bar. We would go shoot basketball. We would work out. We would just have fun and get away. And sometimes it would just pick me up. We would just ride out and just, just talk. You know what I'm saying? They would ask me, hey, what's on your mind? My friends would affirm me like, look, you still have purpose. You're still a wonderful person. You still have value. Like, they would speak so much life into me. And I had some real friends that showed themselves to be real friends in the toughest moment of my life. I had friends that came over and cleaned my house up for me. Friends that cooked me meals and dropped them off, so I could have something to eat, because I didn't feel like cooking. And sometimes when you're depressed, you'll just go out and you will eat unhealthy things, and it'll make you even more depressed. Because that's another thing, like eating clean. You'll be surprised like how much it'll help you with your depression if you eat clean. Because sometimes eating a lot of fried foods and red meats and sweets and a whole bunch of junk and stuff like that, it'll take away your energy, it'll make you sluggish, and it'll add to your depression. So yeah, exercise. Like, I would run this trail behind my house, and just getting out of the house, getting that fresh air, getting that sunlight, working those muscles. It would push your body, and the body would push the mind, and it would just help you to stay in a healthy place, because sometimes your body dictates how your mind feels. And if your body feels healthy, it'll help your mind to feel healthy as well. And just to get out of the house, to get moving, to get that blood pumping and flowing, man, it helped me out a lot. So get your exercise in, whether that's going to the gym, running, getting some cardio in. Like, get the exercise in, because it helps a lot. Praying, man, that was probably the time that I got the closest to God, because I was praying, I was reading my word, God was speaking to me, God was just walking with me. You know how the old people say, like, God walks with me, he talks with me. Like, in that moment, God was talking with me, God was walking with me, and that was the closest I've ever been with him. Because therapy is great, and I went through therapy helped. Therapy can do a lot for you. It can give you some advice, it can help you to affirm some things in you that you're not crazy, because people can make you feel like you're crazy. It can really help you to think about things that you didn't think about on your own, and analyze things that you wouldn't think to analyze. But it's nothing like getting in the presence of God. And therapy can help you get about 80% of the way there towards your healing. But man, praying and reading God's word, it gets you all the way there. It gets you all the way there. At least 99% of the way. Because I'm not sure that you will ever be 100% healed, because that's a huge scar. And sometimes when you have scars that big, the wound might heal, but there still might be side effects from that scar. Have you ever broken a bone, or, had a scar so big that the side effects just lingered after the healing? It may have gotten cold outside, and when it gets cold, it aches or something like that. So I don't know if you ever heal 100%, but God can heal you to a place where therapy just can't. So, if you are a believer, get in your word, get on your knees, talk to God, tell him everything. Get everything out. He already knows what you want to say anyway, but it's different when you speak it. It's different when you tell him and you cry out to him, because Psalms 34:17 lets us know that when we cry out to God, he hears us. And God is close to the brokenhearted. He's close to you in that moment. That's when he is the closest to you, because his word says when we are weak, he's strong. And in that moment, when you're going through depression, you are weak. But that's the point where God can be strong in your life. He can be loud in your life. He can show you his power. He can really, really show you his healing power. So I'm thankful that I had a relationship with God, and I still have a relationship with God to this day. Because if not, who knows? Who knows what have happened? I might not be here, because depression will make you feel like you have no worth. It'll make you feel like, there's no reason to be here anymore. And it's all a trick of the enemy. It's a trick. Don't believe it. Because you have value. There is life. I'm telling you, there's life after depression. It's life after divorce. It's happiness after all this damage and feelings of brokenness and, being alone. Like, I'm telling you, it's happiness on the other side. You just have to get through it, and you have to do the work. If you need some advice, if you need some help, reach out to me. Because I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to wake up in the morning and you don't want to be here. To wake up and you feel like the world is over. So those are the things that help me. Try it. Try it. I guarantee it's going to help you. I guarantee it's going to help improve your state of mind, your mental, But the biggest thing is, don't be alone. Don't be alone in this process, because you're not alone. You have God, most of all, and you have friends, family, even my neighbor. Shout out to Donovan, man. If you're watching this video, man, thank you. Thank you for, just speaking life into me. I would be on my way to work. Donovan would be coming out of his house, and he'd be like, "Yo, D, you good, man? Hey, D, look, you a good dude, man. You a good dude. You a good husband. I seen how you treat your wife. I seen what you did for her. I seen all the things that, that you try to do, and all the romantic nights y'all had on your patio, lighting the fire pit and, drinking wine. And like, I seen, the work you put in and making sure the family was good financially. Like, man, that meant a lot to me, because in those moments of divorce and separation, sometimes that person will make you feel like you didn't do anything. Like, that you was just worthless. You know what I'm saying? So, Donovan, thank you. I appreciate you, man. And it's another thing. Just sometimes the support you need might not come from the people you think that it should come from. Sometimes you might think it should come from family or friends. Sometimes it might not come from friends. It might come from that person on your job. It might come from your neighbor. It might come from a random stranger in Walmart or something. It might come from a YouTube video that you watch. So, just accept, the love wherever you get it from. Accept the support. And like I say, don't be by yourself. Get around some friends. Get around people that love you, that care about you. Because it's not good for man to be alone. All right? Look, I love y'all. I hope this helped. Yeah. Subscribe. Subscribe, hit the like button, share this with someone, and let's get the word out. I love y'all, man. Peace. We are out of here.